All right, like I said, today we're going to be talking about shit words that do not serve. Feel free to jump in the comments. Let's have a conversation. So, see you scrapping, which I, by the way, love the name. See you scrapping. If anybody knows, I've cut my teeth in this world and I built my business in the recycling industry. So, when I hear scrapping, I get excited. He said, "Hey Andy, love the musical intro. So I want to give a shout out to my brother Tyler. Tyler Happy Feet Wines is the lyricist behind that song. It's called The Thinking Song, and I absolutely love it. It's a song that allows me to think. One of the lines in there, he talks about, I'm no longer to say what I can't or I won't do. I'm going to rather take my talents to this world and move forward. And that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today is shit words that do not serve. So my brother Tyler is a musician. He has a couple albums out there. My brother Isaac is an artist. He takes wood, reclaimed lumber, and turns it into art, all of his own designs. And sometimes he's now known. He did a piece on SpongeBob recently. So he's take things that were discarded. And for years, he had talked about doing art, and he finally did it. And from my other brother who recorded a second album, he did it. And it's no different than what I did. I took my talents and abilities. I took the power of the written word and the spoken word to put together this little thing called Words Fucking Matter. Retrain your brain to use language that serves you. And one of the first things we do going into the Words Fucking Matter is we have your basic introduction into the book. The next thing we do is an anti-glossary. I joke about in the book that, it's my book and I can do what I want. And often glossaries are a place where you define terms, and they're at the end. It's like, oh, hey, you're going to find this word somewhere in the text, and now you're going to go to later in the text to see what it means. And instead, we do something completely different here. And what we do here with the anti-glossary, a list of shit words that do not serve, we take words like I can't, I won't, I don't, and we eliminate them from our vernacular. So for people that are watching right now, tuning in, if there's a shit word that you've seen that I use within the book that you would like to comment on, or if there's a shit word that I haven't used and you think it's a shit word, it should be added to the list, I would love to have you drop it in the chat and I'll speak to it. But first off, I want to talk to some words that I hear often. And the first word we'll use, well, let's take a step back. Let me quote someone that had a very high impact in my life, Stephen R. Covey. One of the first books I read was 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And the two things that of the two habits that resonate with me every day are sharpen the saw and begin with the end state in mind. And that's why I do this thing called Experience Andy Wines Live. It's one more opportunity for me to sharpen the saw, beginning with the end state in mind, to get closer to that life of being a public speaker. And what Stephen R. Covey says that I put in this book is this: sow a thought and you reap an action. Sow an act and you reap a habit. Sow a habit and you reap a character. Sow a character and you reap a destiny. It's the first quote in the book when we get into the meat and potatoes of the book, because that's really it. The words we use internally in our head, in our 70,000 thoughts in our head we have every day, those are the words that ultimately are planted. Those are the seeds that grow into who you are. And some of them do not serve you. So the first one I use in here, and it's a word I hear all the time, is busy. Busy is bullshit. Busy does not take skill. I can be busy all day scrolling Facebook. I can be busy YouTube Shorts. I can be busy complaining about the things that are in my life that I have control over and I choose not to take action on. And so when people say they're busy, the challenge is, are you busy or are you productive? And when you're productive, it's a whole nother thing. When you're productive, you can qualify and quantify exactly what you did. And this isn't, I'm all about the hustle, the struggle, the grind. I'm all about it. I'm all about pushing yourself every day. And I also respect the rest, digest, reset. Yesterday was Sunday. I took an hour and a half nap in the middle of the day on Sunday. And you know what? That was productive. I was tired. I wasn't my best self. Me taking a nap was extremely productive. I didn't busy myself by scrolling Facebook or getting work done that wasn't necessary to get done on a Sunday. It's important for me that I get a Saturday and Sunday, or a combination of days, nights, and weekends where I'm not working. And it can be very productive time. Often when I'm reading or I'm watching videos, I stop and say, okay, hold on. Is this productive or counterproductive? And I get sucked into the gossip. I get sucked into the garbage on Facebook and the stuff that's for entertainment only. And I have to stop and reset and say, okay, am I being busy right now? Or am I being productive? If I'm watching stuff from Gary Vee or Joe Rogan or Jordan Peterson, the people that inspire me, that can be productive. I can take lessons learned from there, plant them into my head, and other things that I use to then move forward in my own speaking career. It's productive. And then I get sucked into political stuff and I can get real busy watching crap. And so, ensure, even with your daily life, when you're, say, at work, oh, I'm really, really busy. Okay. What do you mean by busy? What did you get done today? I had an employee one time tell me, because I said, hey, there wasn't a lot of shit getting done. So I asked him straight up. I said, what is it you do all day? And there wasn't a rhetorical question. Like, I don't want to know minute by minute, but I want to know what you got done today. What did you get done this week? And he said, I get so much done for this company. I'm so busy. I can't even begin to qualify how valuable I am to the company. You have no value to the company is what I'm hearing, because he can't even begin to qualify the value. So he was worth nothing. And shortly after that conversation, when I started checking in on him, holding him accountable, having him take ownership and responsibility for his actions and activity, I stopped paying him and he stopped coming to work, because that's how valuable he was to the company. And so I realized quick, fast, in a hurry, right? When you hold people accountable and they use the word busy, okay, hold on. What'd you actually get done? Let's talk about it objectively. Right? Are you spinning your wheels, not getting something done because you're not delegating? Are you not the right person? Are you doing something poorly? Are you intentionally sandbagging? Busy is bullshit. Third word I'm going to cover here, or third set of words, is I can't, I won't, I don't. And to that, I will say, I don't care. I am not interested in hearing about what you can't do, what you won't do, what you don't do. I want to hear about what you can do. Right? There are a lot of things we can focus on. All these things are uncontrollable, or we can focus on what is, in fact, controllable. And the difference between those that don't do something and do something is simply doing the thing. So if you want to go out and live the life, right? We all know my hashtag DTFT, do the fucking thing. Do it. Now, you might suck at it. I tell people all the time, I sing like a champion. Those around me don't appreciate it. I still do it. Right? So I could say I don't sing, or I don't sing well. No, I do sing poorly, and I do sing. When I was in basic training, drill sergeant, whenever we were down in the muck, metaphorically speaking, or actually down in the muck, drill sergeant would always say, are you an American or an Americant? Because the last four letters of American are I can. That's a simple battle cry. When you're saying, well, this is what I can't do. Okay, stop, assess the situation, and what can you do? And then finally, I won't. And that is purely an attitude thing. It is your ability. Do you have the will to do something? And if you say, oh, I won't do that, sounds good. What will you do? Factor that in. Or do this magical thing I also talk about. Shut your fucking mouth. If you're not going to do it, if you can't do it, you won't do it, and you don't do it, then keep your mouth shut. Nobody in this world is interested in what you're not going to do, what you're not willing to do, you're not able to do. It's of no interest. It does not serve you. It does not serve the people around you. That's my soapbox for the day. Busy is bullshit. Find productivity in all that you do. My truth, fuck your truth. Figure out your perspective. Back it with facts. Articulate your position. Understand your self-awareness. What values and beliefs and subconscious things boil up to the surface. And then finally, I can't, I won't, I don't, nobody cares. Talk about what you will do, what you can do, what you're able to do. And then from there, that leads to a healthy and productive conversation, even if it's in your own head. There we go. Sean, last comment of the day. We'll throw it up there, right? People who say it cannot be done should not interrupt those who are doing it. God, it was good. All right, Sean, if you can figure out in the next 30 seconds who said that, post that up. Or if you said that, that's awesome. I'll give you credit. All right, that is absolutely true. How many times are people out there living their best life, doing the fucking thing, and other people sit back on the sidelines in the cheap seats, the peanut gallery, those that are not willing to own it and join them in the arena, they sit up there and they talk about what can't be done, while the people down, naked and afraid in the arena are doing exactly what they say they can't do, because it's true. The naysayers in the arena cannot do those things. Well, the people in the arena, not only can they do those things, they are doing those things day in and day out. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been another great week of Experience Andy Wines Live. I'm looking forward to your feedback and seeing you next week. Last comments. Kidding. George Bernard Shaw. Even there we go. There we go. George Bernard Shaw. Excellent. See you scrapping. We will see you October 12th on your birthday. Looking forward to it. All right. All the people in the internet world, we'll see you next week.